What up, DMV? We getting money, whole time, bitches, whole time, every DC, whole time. We getting money, whole time, bitches, whole time, every DC, whole time. Whole time, whole time, doing this whole time, whole time, whole time, doing this whole time, whole time, whole time, doing this whole time, man, you're back, whole time, doing this whole time.
I'm not saying I'm going to rule the world or I'm going to change the world, but I guarantee that I will spark the brain that will change the world, and that's our job.
I did that all backwards.
hey, whenever we go virtual, man, we know it's something, you know.
Exactly.
We're a little miscombobulated, man.
And I'm trying to get okay, so I did get that right. The what you call it? Trying to share everything on Facebook was getting tricky. I was like, damn, this is getting tricky.
Hey, man, we good, man. We good.
Always.
Hey,
what up, Jay?
Look, man. We need to just be sharing it to YouTube anyway, man. From the, you know what I'm saying, from the looks of things.
I mean, no bull. But I'm gonna keep showing a little bit of love to Facebook. I'm mad for everybody on Facebook that's watching us live on Sunday at 6 and going forward. Well, I'll tell you that in a minute. But everybody that's watching us live right now, I would prefer you guys go watch us live on YouTube. So I want you guys to really take a look at YouTube and how to watch live there. Because what's this shit called? Facebook don't be trying to pay. They just don't. I don't know another way to say it nicer or whatever. They ain't paying.
Hey, man, competition, man. Look, man, when people stop going over there, man, you know what I'm saying? Supply and demand, they start anteing up.
Motherfuckers. And then hold up. I'm trying to. Okay, well,
this last week of September, right?
This is
last week, man.
Last week of the month. This has been a good ass month too.
Yeah,
I told you this has been a great month.
And some viral stuff, man. Everything's solid, man. We started it.
We did. We started it and we gonna finish it, goddamn it. I'm having all right, so this is what we're gonna do. Boom. We good right there. We good right there. All right. I feel like I'm gonna do my Joe Button. Let's go ahead and get
That's the winter. That's the winter shake, though. You know what I'm saying? When it start getting real cold, that's how you warm your hands up.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, you gotta stop your feet when you on the block. You gotta stop your feet till you get cold.
Hey, man.
I never forget Bergen that was laughing at me. We was outside and I was just cold. I'm like, damn, nigga, I guess you don't be on the block like that.
Shivering? It's not gangsters. Gangsters don't shiver.
Exactly. This is shivering.
You take your ass home.
All right, man. Kickback and sweet back. Let's get it going.
Like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing.
Welcome to a pod named Kickback. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You say the whole thing. Also known as the Black CNN, and the revolution will be televised. I'm No Breaks Nu, the righteous ratchet. If you throw it, I'll catch it. If you got it, I'll match it. Every Monday, we right back at it. I am the Black Savage, the Magneto of my people.
Straight to the point, J Lew, man. We made it here another week, man.
Another week.
Let's get it.
J Lew, what it do?
We here.
Let's shout out our sponsors, Mo's Marvelous Cleaning. As you guys know, Mo comes through. She cleans apartments, homes, businesses, offices. She'll probably clean your girl if you ask her. I mean, I don't know this for a fact. I'm just saying she might. I don't know. She might. Mo's Marvelous Cleaning. You get 10% off your cleanings if you use code Kickbackers. And I chose the word Kickbackers because you, my friend, watching this, listening to this, watching live, you are a goddamn kickbacker. So called
Yeah.
Kickback. And mysexroom.net, another one of our sponsors. And if you're looking to get your sex toys, your lingerie, even if you're a plus size model, or a plus size woman, they got something for everybody. Nobody's excluded. Go to mysexroom.net and use code Kickbackers. Get 10% off. You can use some lingerie, J Lew?
I'm gonna pass. But I appreciate the suggestion though, man. I appreciate that, man.
Bam. All right, let's get started, man. Let's see. High low of the week.
Now, high low. Who wants to go first?
You know I got a button for every segment.
I know, man. You had a real good week. You was like, look, man, I'm doing all of this today. You know, sometimes you just wake up and like, look, man, you know what? I'm gonna do this today. And like,
yeah.
Hey, man.
That's literally what happened.
Hello. I ain't. You know what? This week was kind of slow for me. High. Let me see. High, low. Low, just, you know what I'm saying, being patient. You know, sometimes it's hard to be patient.
Mm-hmm.
And you got to make sure you put yourself, you know, we live in a world of instant gratification. So sometimes it's a little hard. You want to see things right away. And, you know, unfortunately, you know, the time it takes kind of, you know, gets tough at times. You know, so, you know what I'm saying? The low is just kind of, you know, fighting to be patient, you know, fighting for that patience to kick in. The high is the progress. Like you know what I'm saying? I was able to see progress throughout the week.
But that's progress throughout the week. Where my
yeah.
God damn it.
Yeah, so we, you know what I'm saying, things are moving in the right place. You know, resources is getting a little bit better. I think for the most part, you know, 2 to 4 weeks, you know, everything will be like it never, you know, so like nothing never happened. So you know what I'm saying, you know, you kind of just being patient to that. So you know, just progress. You know what I'm saying, would be the high, like being able to see something come to fruition.
That's what's up. I'm going to mirror you on that because I had my high low was revolving around the exact same thing. I had just a lot of shit to take care of. I had goal. My goal for September was to knock this out, have that done, and then move on to October with a clean slate. And I did that. I knocked all of that shit out. But that shit was not easy. It was not inexpensive. It was not without a little bit of pain.
Yeah.
I feel good that I did it. I feel no, fuck that. I feel amazing that I did it.
Hey man, that's good.
I was like, damn,
it was a lot.
Y'all done spent all the money. I ain't even leave the country. I ain't this ain't coming no free pussy. Like it didn't nothing.
Like
just
nothing.
Just did all of this work with all of this money, and my reward is all of that shit is off your back now. That's it. I don't get a piece of cake. Nothing.
Sometimes that, you know what? Sometimes a load though, because you know I still got some other loads that, you know what I'm saying, to come off. When certain stuff get off your back though, it do feel like you're a new person though.
Yeah, it does. It does. Because you literally feel lighter.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's like you just literally like Shannon said this week was tripping. And we know Mercury got Gatorade or whatever they be saying.
What was that? What is it? Metro grade? Mercury grade? What is it?
I thought it was Gatorade. Ain't that Gatorade?
Something one with a grade or something like that.
It's Mercury in 5th grade.
Because what they say, don't. What's it? What they were telling us the last time? Don't. What was it? Don't.
That's supposed to be any permanent decisions.
Don't make nothing permanent. Yeah.
No permanent decisions. But it's actually Mercury's in retrograde. But the thing about this year or this particular moment is there's 6 planets in retrograde. If you still count Pluto as a planet, there are 6 planets in retrograde. So that means everything's a little off, damn near. You know what I'm saying? Mercury being in retrograde throws one thing off, and that should be ruining people's lives. So when you got 6 things off,
you know.
And Shannon said there's 6 planets in retrograde. Yeah, exactly. So, Jay, hold up, Jay, what you know about retrograde? And we gonna have Jay and Shannon have agreed to do a guest spot on the podcast.
Oh, this is up.
Years out. So we might have to put them on the same episode. We'll figure it out. but they both said they're willing to do it. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, man, the high low was kind of intertwined.
Yeah.
And, let me see. I got all these new sound effects, J Lew. I don't know what to do.
I'm using them. Damn it, I'm using them.
all of them. So as we get into our next topic of the week.
My left stroke just went viral.
Our viral stories of the week. We got to start with my little cousin, Ime Udoka.
You know, he sounded like he made his name up too.
What happened? It's not like I made it up.
I said, man, both of y'all made y'all names.
Yeah, both of us made our names. That's why he's my little cousin. He's my little cousin. Head coach of the Boston Celtics. Actually, hold up. Kickbacks is talking. The foundation was set properly. No retrogrades will affect that space negatively if the foundation is set properly. I would agree with that. If you have a solid foundation, then that shit probably just bounces off of you. I always use the term insulate, like being insulated. Like if, you know, I get a $10,000 bill tomorrow, if I'm properly insulated, that ain't gonna ruin my life.
Right.
That just means I might have tightened my belt if you're properly insulated. So I would agree with that. What you think about that, J Lew?
That makes perfect sense. And you know me, you know how I simplify it. Like I don't follow none of this shit. I don't do the zodiac shit. I don't look. I figure like, look, man, you set yourself up on a strong base and a strong foundation. Like anything, you know what I'm saying, you can weather the storm. So that's how I try to live my life. And I think that's with everything. Relationships, home life, personal life, professional life. If you kind of build it on a strong foot, whatever happens, you'll be able to kind of, you'll never fall underground. You know what I'm saying? You'll fall back to a solid base. So
facts. And that's some game. That's a jewel for y'all out there. Like, if your foundation is solid, it's like jumping into a relationship without having a friendship. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, you get all the fluffy, butterfly stuff, but you don't have a solid foundation because it's all built or based on.
Exactly. You don't got nothing to go. Yeah, you don't got nothing to go back to. So it's like, look, we ain't got no floor to go to. So like, yeah, we gotta go. We gotta go exit left.
Like, you can't bake a cake based on the icing. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have the eggs, the cake mix, the milk, the whatever. And some people fall in love with the icing. Boy,
that's a bar. That's a bar. That's a bar.
I do this.
Hey, that's what most people do, fall in love with the A.
But the damn icing.
If you right, you right.
Dang, you know what I'm saying? Oh shit. Jay say, speaking of planets, did you see Uranus, aka Donald Trump, is falling apart? Hey,
that
fuck Donald Trump.
Man, hey, shorty. Leave Donald Trump alone, man. You know what I'm saying? Some of our listeners might be Trumpers.
Hey, none of our listeners, but you know what? Some of our listeners might be. Because I told you I met a couple of ladies that was Trump supporters. I'm like, but you black and you.
Yeah, you almost got canceled. Hey, look, man, don't antagonize. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Support the supporters.
Wow, we got Trump supporters watching the podcast. What is the world coming to?
You didn't made it. You didn't made it when that happened.
Well, back to Ime Udoka, man, head coach for the Boston Celtics. Was suspended for a full season, and I guess it's to be determined if it's going to extend beyond that. For having what is deemed or termed as a consensual relationship with a woman who works for the organization. Now, I've had a myriad of emotions about this because the information that comes out, J. Lew, it keeps changing.
Yeah.
So at first, he was having sex with a staffer, and it felt like maybe he was taking advantage of the staffer.
Right.
Then it was somebody's wife in the organization, like a vice president's wife, which is crazy. And then it is now being reported that he is the team's, I don't know the exact term, I'll term it this way, travel secretary. Schedule secretary. She schedules the travel for all the players and the coaches, and she even does the travel for the players' significant others.
Yeah.
So she's been the person allegedly that's been helping Nia Long move their things to Boston, which means she knows Nia because she's helping Nia directly.
Right.
And the husband allegedly found out because of a conversation he overheard on their ring cam.
Oh.
Right. And I guess he reported it. They found out about it in July. They hadn't done anything up until now. Then they released the information. Now, with me, I felt the way because they made it all about him. Right. He was having an affair with a woman. So the woman needs some culpability. He's suspended for a year. Did the woman get suspended? What was her role? If they think that he took advantage of her, I guess we'll find that out. But and there was a point where they were saying that once it ended, he kept making suggestive comments. Which, I mean, if you giving me that got 3,000 and then we stop today, tomorrow I might reminisce about the got 3,000. I might say something. Be on my mind. I might say something. I'm not defending him, but I'm just saying, like, just it just kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
I was fully ready to come in here, 2 guns blazing, defending Ime Udoka's against the way the Celtics are treating him, not defending his actions. I cannot defend his actions. I can defend people cheat all the time. You don't make press conferences about it. You don't out it to the world. You don't, give the information because Nia Long says she found out through her statement when we found out.
Yeah,
that's his fault again.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
If I'm cheating on my wife, she's not going to find out when the rest of the world finds out because she can't build no calluses on that. She can't build up a defense. She is just vulnerable in the moment with the rest of the world. And I would never, especially if you're famous, I would never set my woman up like that.
Yeah, there's a certain level of respect, yeah.
I said a whole lot, J Lew. I want to stop now and let you chime in on whichever part of that you want to chime in on because I know I just said a whole lot.
Yeah, and you know what? You kind of like, you know what I'm saying? Like your thought process was kind of like mine. It's like I was torn, like, and I don't like saying much about it strictly because we don't know the full story. Right. We only know what they're putting out in its pieces, and it keeps drastically changing. So it can be something where it was, like obviously, I didn't like the way it was put out. Mm-hmm. I didn't like the way that the story leaked because it seemed like it was kind of like, okay, let's leak it to make you look very bad with the, kind of like with the intent that maybe you'll resign or something of that nature. Mm-hmm. But then, once that happened, certain people that's in the league, or that was in the league spoke with people behind it. It's like, hey, it's real, it's bad, it's explosive. So maybe they wasn't, maybe they didn't send a lot of it out. I don't know. It's like I said, I hate, like, communication is the key to everything. Obviously he was disrespectful to his family, most importantly. And, obviously the organization second. I do understand your position. Like, hey, if it's something, if it was both parties, then both parties need the same type of, to be villainized the exact same way. Yeah. So I understand your perspective there. It's so much that hasn't been said. I just know for the most part, I didn't like that it was the way it was publicized, the way the story was leaked. From a man perspective, I felt like it was disrespectful. Especially how his wife found out, especially if he knew an investigation was going on this long, it's going to come out, and you put her in a place. You already have her looking bad how you operating, but more so publicly, you have her and your child looking bad and having to answer certain questions and put on a myriad of other emotions that you got to deal with on a public basis. So. I'm just torn. I don't like how the Celtics did certain things, but do I really want to defend somebody who was that disrespectful that you couldn't even communicate on the phone like, hey, I messed up. This is gonna happen. It seemed a little shady too. Like, hey, let's go ahead. Go ahead and move here. When it kind of make it harder for you to to operate on your own once you hear type thing.
Yeah, it was definitely cowardly.
There you go.
I would use. I'm not gonna let my woman walk into nothing blind. And to Shannon's point, it's not that new information is coming out. That is what's happening. But the new information changes the narrative, so it does feel like 2-3 different stories.
Yeah,
it doesn't feel like it's been a consistent story with a slow drip of information. It's changed dramatically. Like when Matt Barnes made this statement, I was with him. Then he came back and was like, somebody just called me They know what's going on. I'm gonna have
taking it down. Yeah, I'm gonna have to recant. Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and get up, stay up out of this. I'm not gonna tell you what's going on, but it's so bad that you just forget I ever defended that nigga. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go over there.
And that was because initially it was made to seem like one, it was consensual. So that's why I'm like, oh, look, if it's consensual, that's a mistake, and we understand that, but it's not on the organization to put it out the way they did on a public basis, and a suspension for that. You know what I'm saying? A suspension for the entire year for that. But then it was kind of skewed towards maybe he taking advantage of his position. Then it was a drastic difference of opinion at that point. So I think, you know what I'm saying? So, I'm not sure what Shane is saying, but I feel like it is a difference. Now I understand, you know what I'm saying? And I think her perspective is probably like, look, he did what he did, he cheated. It doesn't matter. But I'm saying if he took advantage of someone by using this position, then that's worse to me than two consenting adults deciding to do something they both know is unethical. When you take advantage of someone in a certain position, I count that as I count that as a different level of cowardly.
That's definitely predatory.
Exactly. Like, look, all right, I'm in a place of power, so now I can do, X, Y, Z.
Mm-hmm. And if you're watching on YouTube or Facebook Live or YouTube Live, and it looks like I'm looking down, I'm looking at J Lew on the monitor down here. So I know, like, looking this way, it probably looks like I'm looking at J Lew, but this is me looking at myself. I'm pretty, and I don't mind looking at myself. But if I'm having a conversation, I'm going to look at the person I'm talking to. So if you do like this, I'm not ignoring J Lew. I'm actually looking at J Lew right now. So I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at J Lew. I'm looking at myself. I'm looking at J Lew. I just want to make that distinction, J Lew, because I know people are like, what is he looking at?
What are you doing?
What's going on, buddy? So, but back to the topic at hand with Ime. I think it was cowardly, him not telling his wife what was going on, fiance giving the alarm a heads up. I think the Boston Celtics are doing the most.
Okay.
And I do have a prediction. I feel this way. They want him to resign.
Yeah.
This is news theory. So I haven't verified this with anybody. This is what I think. They're trying to force him to resign because if he resigns, he doesn't get paid. If they fire him, he still gets a portion of the rest of his earnings. Yeah. So they don't want to give him shit. They want him out, but he won't resign. So they suspended him for a year where they can take that full year's payment. At the end of the year, I think they'll negotiate some sort of a buyout. And I do believe he will be the next head coach of the Brooklyn Nets. I believe that they will fire Steve Nash at the end of this year, making room for Udoka to come back to Brooklyn where he was an assistant. And I think he's obviously a great coach.
Right.
Like, just let that get lost in the process. He's a great fucking coach. The Boston Celtics could never get over the what's it called, the proverbial top. They couldn't get over it. And he took them to the finals, and they came within
2 games.
Games of winning the finals against the Golden State Warriors. They have Steph Curry, a top 10 player of all time. Draymond. We know their team. They're loaded.
Yeah.
And he beat Greek Freak, even though he didn't have Chris Middleton. They beat Miami, and they beat Brooklyn. They swept Brooklyn in the first round.
Yeah, they swept Brooklyn. Yeah, they left no doubt there.
Yeah.
So he's definitely a great coach. So I think that was my perspective, because it's like, look, hey man, his job is to be a coach, but so if he's doing a great job at being a coach, that's what you guys are paying him for. So that's why when I'm like, okay, if he took advantage of somebody in the organization, then I can kind of see it going that way. But if you're telling me 2 consenting adults did something where, if we're being honest, a lot of people, you gonna cheat with the people you're around. So that's what's gonna happen. So that's why I was like, I was a little torn on how they came out so much. But then I don't know, it's just so many things that's unknown that you don't want to jump on one side. And you know what I'm saying? Because obviously one thing I do like, they had somebody completely independent to do an investigation, and he didn't the coach, he didn't fight that much. When somebody don't fight a certain level, it makes me feel like you're guilty. You know what I'm saying? You're guilty. Like, his statement was like, hey, I'm accepting it. This is my last statement. Motherfucker who ain't guilty or don't think they did nothing that bad, or you gonna talk.
Yeah, we have a conversation.
Yeah, like nah, you ain't about to take my money.
Right. Yeah, I'm just gonna sit quiet.
Yeah.
Hell
So
no.
yeah, so it's, he did some stuff that he wasn't supposed to do. It's just like, look, the level that they released it. Was it warranted for an organization to do that?
Yeah,
rather than just fire. Yeah,
I think they didn't fire him because they don't want to pay him. I really do think this is a money thing. Like, we're not paying you, motherfucker. Like, what I really wonder is how much worse the details will be of what he did that they want you firing him so bad. They want him done so badly because he took him to the finals.
Yeah,
you don't really let that go.
No,
unless you're Jerry Jones, dumbass, and then you get rid of Jimmy Johnson. But the average person, the coach takes you to the finals, you're not getting rid of that coach.
Yeah, but another thing, like, and I agree. You know what I'm saying? Completely with that. But you understand you got people in their top level who feel like, look, man, we brought this team together. You got it over the hump. You know what I'm saying? But we hired your assistant staff, and then Boston is, unfortunately, and this is probably bad to say, but Boston has a very
racist.
Yeah, there we go. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, they're known to be a very racist city. So so you that has some part to play in it too. You're like, hey, look, man, forget this. You're not gonna be able to do it. Like, yeah, we might can do it. You ain't gonna do it.
Bill Russell bought them 11 rings.
Yeah,
they vandalized his home, sprayed nigga everywhere. So if they did that to the brand that bought them 11 rings, imagine how they feel about somebody who only took them to the finals. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're right.
Bill Russell did nothing wrong. Like, he never did nothing wrong. He still got, you know what I'm saying, had issues. The organization, they say they love them, but I'm like, look, they love certain type of people, certain type of, individuals. So it's a little different. So I don't know. Hopefully, when more information come out, I think we'll be able to more accurately, you know what I'm saying, give our opinion. But,
So I'm gonna wrap it up like this, J Lew. Tell me if you agree. Ime Udoka should not have cheated.
Okay.
Period.
Check.
He should have let his wife know what was going on so she wasn't blindsided.
The only thing, from a respect standpoint, yeah.
And the Boston Celtics were within their rights to suspend him or fire him, but for them to be this openly, but I can't even say they're open with the truth because there's so much more that we don't know.
Yeah.
For them to leak the reason why without a full explanation is dirty, and I don't like it.
I agree on all fronts.
And you asking about the woman's culpability in this situation is not being sexist. It is not being misogynist. It is not a disrespect to the Me Too movement. It is just what I complain about women the most in 2022 is they have no accountability.
Right.
They don't want to be responsible for shit.
Okay.
This Me Too movement gave them this cushion, and they don't want to do the fucking thing, no matter what they do. And to me, when we question if what was her role, what is her punishment, it's always like, oh, talk about the woman. Oh, you hate women. No, I want you to be responsible. I want you to have accountability. I like adult women. I don't like children. Only children lack accountability. And if you grew up raised by anybody I know, you're going to have accountability, period, even as a child. So us questioning her role and her part in this is not a disrespect to women. It is about holding adults accountable. You rock with me on that?
I do. I'm glad you mentioned that too, because I honestly think it's a sign of I think it's sexist when you do it the opposite way. Like me, and I speak from a person with a daughter who I love very much, and my mother who I'm very close with, and multiple sisters and cousins. I don't see them as beneath me, right? I truly see them as my equal in so many aspects of life. I believe my job is protection, but that's but I'm sure they have other jobs, over me as well.
To nurture, protectors and nurturers.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever it is, whatever we decide their role is, that's okay. But my thing is I come to women with as a sign of as being equal. So that means I have to be able to judge them the same way that I would be able to judge myself. I think when you get to the position where you don't, I think you need to look in the mirror because I think it's a level of sexism that you have where you're not looking at people as an equal on an equal footing, and that's the biggest issue. Most people, they flip it up the other way. You try to make it a victim, like nah, there ain't no victim. Women are stronger. Women are strong in so many ways, and in more ways than men. So I'm like, look, no, we're gonna treat each other equal, and that's what the way it's gonna be.
I think you nailed that, my brother, and I agree. And apparently Shannon and Jay agree with you as well, because I got the agreed in all capital letters.
What? There we go. There we go.
So definitely agree with that. And we do have to move on because we're getting better at this timing thing, and we're gonna move on. So, let's see. Oh, our what the fuck story of the week.
It's the mayor.
What the fuck? Our what the fuck story of the week. Herman Edwards, former head coach of the Kansas City Chiefs, New York Jets, was at school in Arizona.
Arizona State. Yeah, Arizona State. Yep.
And he had a bad season to begin with, which is understandable. We take over a program that hasn't been winning. There's a process. You have to recruit. You have to bring in your guys to bring in your talent. It can never be done in 1 year. In year two, had a subpar season, we'll say, and he was let go just last Saturday. Last Sunday, The Athletic put out an article saying that a rival coach said that there were staffers under him in the Arizona State organization that was giving them information about the schemes and the plays and the players so that they would have an advantage when they played them. So the racism, I always view Arizona as racist because they were like the last state to do the Dr. King holiday.
Okay.
I always look at them like, fuck them.
Fuck them.
You know what I'm saying? But it's even crazier because they were giving the information to tank, to let teams beat them. And they were doing it knowing that they might lose their jobs. They just didn't want a black man to be the head coach. That is crazy to me. That is the epitome of what the fuck. In 2022, you're so against having a black man be your head coach that you are giving your plays to rival schools so that you can lose the games so that you can ensure that he will be fired. This some Trump shit.
But you know what it like? I've always liked Herm Edwards and respected him as a coach. Personally, I never thought that the college would work for him because it's college sports is all of it's political, but college sports is political to a different degree. One, it is a big racist aspect to it. There's a lot of things that you have to do that I don't think a man's man is going to want to do. And Herm Edwards wasn't going to do that. Like he wasn't going to kiss people, you know what I'm saying? Kiss people ass, players, people in the, boosters, the people that he needed to do it. So I never thought that he would be, I thought he would be solid just because he's a good X and O's and they'll be competitive, which they were, and more competitive than they were, the years prior before him. But with college, is a different type of beast. You know what I'm saying? It's a different type of beast that you gotta have the boosters on your side. You gotta play politics with certain stuff. Obviously, the racial component is there because in college, you're recruiting a lot of, some of the states and the places you recruiting. That's where it's at. So it's not surprising that he's gone. I thought he did, relative good job. But people leaking, you get people on your staff leaking stuff. You got to know who you could put around you. Like that's the main thing. Like, look, I don't care if I gotta fire everybody and come in with only the people I trust. Sometimes it ain't even about how good the people is. It's about, look, can I truly trust you? And I think, you know what I'm saying, that's a bar that we can take in life though. Like, look, it don't matter how good somebody is at what they do. If you can't trust them, that should be the floor. And you know what I'm saying, I think he figured that out. Yeah. So,
same thing I was trying to tell Nia about Ime. When we was in bed the other night, I was like, Nia, look at me. You can't trust me. J Lew, I know I'm going all over the place. What if Ime and Nia are poly?
Then that changes everything. I mean, well, it don't change everything, but
it don't change everything.
Not communicate. She came out and said she wasn't told anything. So to me, from I don't follow that lifestyle, but from one thing that I took from you when you was explaining it to me is the communication aspect. So whatever it is, he failed at that miserably. But I think what it would do, it would fix the public perception that he was able to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, maybe he'll do that. But you know what I'm saying, but from your perspective, hey man, I be listening when you talk. You know what I'm saying? At least 50% of the time. And
no, nigga, you won't be listening to me.
The main thing is communication. The main thing is communication.
The main thing. Keep the main thing the main thing.
You know it. So
what if Ime and Nia was having threesomes with Shorty? Cause she helping Nia move. What if they got some other kinky shit going on? I mean, I don't know, J Lew. I wasn't there. I don't know. It's not beyond the realm of possibility, dog.
Hey, you don't know. Clearly you don't know what nobody doing behind closed doors. But there's a certain level of surprise that she wouldn't have if that was happening.
That's true too. Shannon said either way, he effed up by sneaking. I agree, man.
I agree.
You get a woman a chance to choose, you'll be very, very surprised at what you're able to do, fellas. I'm just gonna tell you that. You get a woman the option to make her choice, you'll be surprised how many times she'll choose.
I'm sure you know, dude. I'm sure you know. Hey man, that's the poly side of this thing, man.
Hey man.
That is not my side. I'm not built for that, and I accept that.
This whole thing sparked this. We're not gonna get sidetracked with this, but it sparked a debate on Facebook about. I was saying that if I was Nia, like, I'm not leaving because you cheated.
Okay,
cheating isn't a deal breaker for me. Now, with the caveat of this was a one-time thing.
Okay,
it happened a couple times. It's over. Something like that. If you just been fucking with this dude for 3 years and I just found out. That's different. I think when I said cheating isn't a deal breaker, everybody looked at me like, oh my God. And I don't mean my wife been fucking the dude for 5 years. You know what I'm saying? And then I found out and I ain't leaving. But I mean, like, I know I'm beautiful. Like, I know this shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure there's some man somewhere on this planet that is at least on my level. And she may be interested in that man. And it may get the best of her, and I don't think I'm leaving. Because if you're my wife, we build businesses together. We probably have kids. Our families are probably intertwined. Our lives are together. You fuck a nigga one time, I'm not throwing away my whole relationship. People say, well, she threw it away. I'm not throwing away my relationship. I'm not throwing away my Bentley because it got a dent in the fender. You know what I'm saying? I would hope my woman never cheats. I would hope it never happens. That is my goal. That is my hope. That is my expectation. Be clear. I'm not going hey, baby, go ahead and cheat on me. I'm cool with it. No.
Don't open it up.
Dude, cheat on me.
He's like, your soulmate. I'm going to tell you this. Your soulmate going to come back and play this show. I'm like, hey, I did it, but hey, remember, you said you wasn't gonna leave. I got you on tape. Keep that same energy when I do it.
This is for entertainment purposes, J Lew. This is entertainment only.
He was like, remember that time you said you wouldn't throw it away? We started a business together. What else do you want? What else do you want?
What more do you want from me?
I started
Tyrese.
I was gonna get right back.
Exactly. Hey.
Nah.
But I understand a woman can feel that way too. Because I've cheated insignificantly. I have been head over heels in love with my woman, but Shorty got a fat ass and I fucked her. And I don't give a fuck about Shorty. I don't even want to fuck her twice. I love my woman. And because I had that, I've been there.
You can see it, yeah.
Oh man, like, but baby, his dick was big. Whatever the fuck, their reasoning is his ass was great. Whatever the fuck. I could see, because I fall a victim of shit. And I knew I wasn't leaving my girl. It wasn't no way in hell. If a woman suggested I leave, you cut. I ain't even, I don't even want to fuck you no more.
Yeah.
So I think a woman can do that as well.
My value system a little bit different because I count that all in with loyalty, respect, and all that stuff. And what I feel like is if you don't have respect for me, I feel like the relationship is done. And then, so it'll be tough for me to, to kind of to do it. Like maybe, so I'm 99.99%, I'm gone. But just because I see it different, though, like you see it, I think it's what we value sex as, right? Like I think you value in your mind, in your heart, you're saying, man, sex is sex, whatever. To me, is loyalty, is respect. So I'm intertwining those two with the cheating. Whereas if I didn't really care about sex, and I'm saying, like, all right, look, man, sex is just a free expression, and it's an artistic thing. Like maybe, maybe I'd be all right with it, but I'm not like that. Like I see the sex as a loyalty, respect. I see you as us making that decision that we're not doing that as a sign of us showing our respect and loyalty to each other. So it's a little bit different.
And I don't want to change your mind. I get accused of that shit all the time. But I do want to show you like a different perspective. Like I'll take it.
You better not don't start acting like no clown and shit up here.
You know what I'm saying? And if you know. But saying to say, experience will make you understand some shit. In her opinion, cheating once doesn't mean there's a lack of respect. But over and over again, absolutely. Jay said, you cheat, you ain't getting any more meat. Oh, whoa, okay, all right. You cheat, you ain't getting
and I'm gonna be honest, and I agree with you though. Like I think it could be what you don't. You know what I'm saying? It could just be sexual. But I think at that point our values are a little bit misaligned because I do.
But
right?
I think
so it's a little bit different.
The nugget I give to you, Pauls, is that you're in a relationship with a different person,
right?
Not yourself. So it's about how you both view it. And I think that allows for a little bit of grace, because if the woman is like, this was just a physical thing, I did it, I shouldn't have did it, I regret it at this point, this is where my home is, I think you have to look at it from her eyes as well. Now, you may still come to the same conclusion. I'm not faulting you for any conclusion you draw. That's your conclusion for you to draw. But I think if you look at it how you see it and how she saw it, it would soften your stance, because you would go, I know how I feel about it, but I know how she feel about it.
Yeah, and I would say this, like I'm not in a place where I'm like, she did it, I hate you type thing. Like, I think some people, they do, you know what I'm saying? Somebody cheats, somebody, and they like, oh man, I hate you now. You hate me. You just, you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't see it as that. I just know, I mean, look, what I've learned, you know what I'm saying, as as you grow, is what you can and can't take, or what you can and can't accept. And you got to know that, you know what I'm saying? In any type of like certain type of things, you got to know, like, look, yeah, like, look, that's a boundary for me. So look, I don't feel no hard intent for you. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. I just like, look, if this kind of like what you do, I don't want to change. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I feel like that's what you want to do, I don't want to stop you from doing it.
But what if they did it once and don't want to do it and don't do it again? But they happen to confess to you, or you happen to find out. No. Let's make it even more difficult.
Okay.
They fucked up. They did it. They would never lie to you. They never want to feel like they betrayed you. So they tell you. To be honest, so that there is no bullshit between y'all. There is no secrets. They love you so much they tell you. Because that's one thing. I want to get your answer, but I'm gonna say my thing. I don't want to be told. If it didn't mean nothing to you, it ain't my business, dog. You don't guilty conscience me because you got guilty and you can't hold your water. Come ruin my life.
But what happens when
you're having a great time? You did one little thing and you regret it and you never do it again. Don't bring that shit to me.
But what happens when Boston Celtics put the shit in the media?
That's what I'm saying. It's fucked up then. It's all fucked up.
Get shit all out the way.
I don't want to know. And that might be nigga stance. Like, I know you in the NBA player, you NBA coach. I don't want to know. And then here come the Boston fucking Celtics, team in the league. And Ime did this. He did that. Like
Ime did it.
Yeah, Ime did?
Yeah, I know. Nah, and look, but I think you know what it is, and it's certain things, and I understand your perspective. It'll just be hard. You know what I'm saying? That's like it'll be hard for me to get past that boundary to ever see you in the light that I want to see the person I want to spend the rest of my life with. So it'll be tough. Maybe it's possible, maybe it's not. Like I said, I got that 1%. But I think the communication would definitely have to be needed on the front end. Like, I want you to, like, look, man, I'm like on the front end, like, you know what I'm saying? If you're thinking about doing something, you know what I'm saying? Like, maybe we need to have a conversation. If we need to separate for a little bit so you can go do your thing, whatever you got, whatever you got to do, you know what I'm saying? You know, for us to kind of make sure that you keeping me in mind. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's, and I think that's what it is. Like, I just want, you know what I'm saying? Like, know that, look, you know what I'm saying? Like, you kept me in mind when you was doing, you know what I'm saying? When you doing shit out here.
Yeah.
Because if not, I'm gonna feel like I'm gonna be on get back, and I ain't gonna lie, you don't want to do that.
I
don't want to be with, if I gotta do that, I might as well be single.
And I agree. I'm not a big get back nigga. Like a girl cheating on me, so now I'm gonna go fuck 20. Like,
yeah, it's a waste of time. So I'm like, look, I'm never gonna. At that point, I know in my head I'm not gonna be with you, so I might as well just go ahead and let you rock.
Sharon say she thinks you could forgive it. She thinks you could. You just haven't been with the right woman.
Okay.
That was worth forgiving.
Yeah. Okay. I think maybe
she got deep on you.
Huh?
I said she got deep on you.
Yeah. Now, that's possibly true. That's possibly true. So I would never argue that because you never know what's gonna happen until you in that position, right? So you know what I'm saying. So I wouldn't say that's not true. That's why I said 99.9.
You got an emergency statement. Emergency breaking news. I gotta say this. Fellas. They say they're doing Mercury retrograde. They can tell if you cheat. Stop cheating. Abort the mission. Be good. They can tell doing Mercury retrograde. Stop everything. Don't answer your text.
Stop everything.
Back. After this shit.
So technically, he should be able to get off because of the Mercury grade shit, right? Because he be like, look, man, you know, this shit wasn't moving right. That wasn't myself. I wasn't myself, shit.
Yeah, I wasn't myself.
Moving all over the place and shit. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing out here.
Yeah, Mercury had rollerblades. I didn't know what's going on.
I didn't know what the fuck I was doing.
And I want to clear this up because every time I say I wouldn't break up with someone because of cheating, everybody looks at me like I got 17 heads. I would be hurt. I'm sensitive. I would probably cry. Like I'm not. My statement isn't. I'm this that. Like no, I'm probably gonna cry. I'm gonna call J Lew. We're gonna have to go to the bar and drink all night, and then I'm probably gonna call him the next day. Hey, what you doing today? You got the baby? I need to talk again. I'm gonna be that, but I don't think I'm leaving. So I don't want anybody to mistake what I'm saying. Like I don't care about cheating. Fuck that shit. No. I care. I'm gonna be hurt. And real niggas see if I really love her, I'm gonna cry about it.
Yeah, as you should. Like, and my issue with a lot of times is the relationship is when that tends to happen, like the relationship is lacking a whole bunch of other stuff too. So my thing is like, you know, like if you telling me we got if you telling me like in your scenario where everything else is perfect, the businesses is booming, our personal sex life is booming, the family life is booming, everything else is booming, and then it was a mistake. Maybe you know what I'm saying. Like I'm not in a position where say I could, but at the very least, at least we'll have something else to go back to. But most of the time, in the majority of the time, it's everything was messed up in the front. You know what I'm saying? Messed up throughout the entire thing. Like it was most other things was strong wasn't strong either. So most people like to say, yeah, would you do it if he just all they did was just do this? I'm like, yeah, but it tends to be other issues in a relationship too, and that's the issue. Like I ain't gonna accept cheating and you some shit in this area, and this area. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you ain't gonna be cheating on me and then give me some whack ass head.
Yeah, it's like look,
I can't talk to you about my business.
You can go cheat. You go do the fuck you want to do.
You can get the fuck.
I don't give a fuck. You never gonna get my last name. Like when I get to the point, where I don't want you. I don't want you to have my last name. It don't really matter to me.
Yeah. I feel you on that.
It only matters when you matter.
Say that again.
It only matters to me. It only matters when you matter.
Boom. That's the perfect way to end this segment. It only matters to me if you matter.
Yeah.
And Ashanti, I don't care if Nelly. I'm good, baby. Come back to dad. Come on to daddy. You know what I'm talking about? So all right. So we got to get into our next segment, which is our Don't Be Dumb Award.
So dumb. You are really dumb. For real.
DJ Akademics. Popular, well, not popular for DJing. He's popular for talking, podcasting, being on Twitch. He came out with this, he did a Twitch where he's known to be drunk. Well, shit, I can't talk shit because I'm known to be drunk. So
Everybody handle it different. Everybody handle it different.
He came on and said, have you ever noticed some of these dudes who are the founding fathers of hip hop talking about they're the pioneers, but they dusty as hell, broke old. Like, did you really start this shit? Because all of us got more money than y'all. So, like, did you really start it? Like, who, like, broke ass niggas? I was offended on 19 different levels, J. Lew. One, I was blessed with the opportunity. I did a show in New York and performed side by side with Grandmaster Caz. The song "The Message," the message, the original, like, well, not the message. That's the hip, the hop, the hip to the Rapper's Delight. Grandmaster Caz wrote Rapper's Delight for all of them, and he wrote several different verses for different rappers. And I had the opportunity to perform with him. This is the first hip hop single in history, and I was lucky enough, blessed enough to stand on the stage with this man. And is he the richest rapper? He ain't got Jay-Z money. No, we don't. And I don't know his personal business, so I can't speak on it, but I know he doesn't have Jay-Z money. And I know that doesn't mean a fucking thing. I respect my elders. I respect those who paved the way. I respect those who came before me. And it is mind-boggling, mind-blowing that so many of you do not respect people that came before us. It's crazy. It's crazy for him to disrespect the pioneers. I mean, LL Cool J spoke out against it. Russell Simmons spoke out against it. It's stupid that the only value you can place on a person is how much money they have. You sound like a gold digger. You sound like an Instagram thot, my nigga. The only value a person has is their bank account. These are people that created the art form. I rapped. I put out music for 20 years. Yeah, I really should turn my camera around and show you my discography in my camp. Matter of fact, I'm gonna do it. God damn it! I don't know if you can see it or not, but that chase right there, that thing, those are all my albums in it. Well, not all of them, but it's a handful of them in there. And I can't believe that I like this. You see how I turn this around, J. Lew?
Yeah, you got to move it over. There you go.
Yeah, but it's crazy to me that he would disrespect the pioneers of hip hop. It's like, why? Like, yo, you bored? You drunk? Like, what you doing, my nigga? Like, why are you disrespecting the OGs? Like, dog. Tupac said it best. If we at a restaurant, you get Cool Herc a table before you give me a table. I know I'm the man right now, but I wouldn't be the man if it wasn't for him. So if we at the restaurant at the same time, you get his table first. I know I'm the man now, but I also know that I wouldn't be the man if it wasn't for him. How you disrespecting the pioneer? And I'm a rapper at heart. I do podcasts now. I've been doing it for 10 years, and I love podcasts, and I don't rap anymore because I don't want to say I outgrew it. That's disrespectful to hip-hop. I got to a point in my life where I felt that wasn't the best way to express myself. I'm very happy with what I did in my career, and because I play all of my songs on the podcast, so I'm obviously proud of it. You know what I'm saying? I don't feel bad about it, but it's just not where I'm at right now at 46 years old. I'm not rapping.
Damn.
I got to oh, was it Kevin Hart? I ain't Kevin Hart. You wrong, yo.
You said yourself. You said
wrong,
yourself. So you throw the alley oop. What you want me to do? What you want me to do? What am I supposed to do? You going alley oop the shit up to me and don't want me to dunk this shit? God damn.
Man, stay faithful to Nia Long. Dunk the alley oop. Stay faithful to Nia Long, nigga. That's what you supposed to do. God damn. You know, I don't want to do the podcast. Go over J Lew. I'm just gonna hand me a drink. I'm done.
Don't worry about it.
Oh,
you know
shit.
what? I mean, but you expressed a lot of it. I don't like speaking on dude just because I don't really respect them. So it's kind of tough for me to kind of speak on him because I know I'm biased because of the lack of respect I have for him with how he operates. And his value and what his value system, what he's shown his value system to be. So it's a little tough for me to kind of speak on it because I know I'm biased in the fact that I really don't respect him as a man. So that kind of pulls at me a little bit, especially with some of the comments he's made, what he glorifies and things of that nature, and what he's not, and what most people know him not to be. So you know what I'm saying that's one thing. What I would say. He is the influencer that this generation deserves.
Damn.
And I say that.
Damn, like you did. Damn.
Yeah. No, and I say that because he is what this generation, unfortunately, has kind of perceived, like the not checking in, the not, building, showing respect to your elders or showing respect to people who paved the way for you. It's the same thing. Like you don't hear these. It ain't no OGs no more telling kids what to do now. They doing what they being reckless. So it's like that's what it is. I'm glad Russell Simmons and LL Cool J, people who I do respect, and some other individuals kind of spoke up to him to kind of give those individuals the flowers. But like I said, it's not surprising. I think unfortunately we give certain people a voice that shouldn't have a voice. Like as popular as he is, he's done nothing to kind of help the generation. He's only helped to get basically give the negative aspects of it a bigger voice. So that's why I don't really respect it. So it was a little tough for me.
He's at least in part responsible, and I know this is a big statement, and I want to be careful with it. He's at least in part responsible for the elevation or the escalation of the beefs in hip hop.
Yeah, especially with a lot of younger, the younger cats. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. He's at least responsible for that escalation. And Dave said he's an internet troll. All the outrage works in his favor. It keeps him relevant. And that's exactly to not talk about him. I think this will be the first episode we actually talked about him.
Yeah.
Because it is not really about him. Fuck him. It's about showing love to the elders, to the people that Cool Herc, Red Alert, Busy B, Grandmaster Cash, Melly Mill. It's about showing them love and saying we do love them. They're not dusty. You know what I'm saying? And maybe they don't have the most money, but maybe there needs to be. Nori been talking about it forever. A hip hop union. We take care of the older artists, and Jay-Z has done a good job.
Yeah.
When was it Cole Herc who needed surgery? I apologize for not remembering exactly who it was, because I hate when I watch a podcast and they don't remember the person. They're like, it was somebody. And I'm always like, I know who it was. How come you don't know? I watch Rory and Maul and Joe Budden podcast, and every episode I'm like, you motherfuckers don't remember the person. Now I'm the person that don't remember the person. So now I gotta cut this slack because I want some slack. But not knowing who the I know that Jay-Z's helped out with several people. And,
exactly.
Smee said that was funny. Damn, when you hit that on my age, you motherfucker. Smee, that shit was funny. What up, Smee? Oh, hey, Smee, I don't know if you know, but me and J Lew both be in your lives on Fridays, office hours at I think 2 p.m. on Fridays on Facebook Live. Me and J Lew both be in there every week, just in case you didn't know. And shout out, follow Vince Hurst. Do a search for Office Hours. Their podcast with Justin Winters is fire. So make sure you follow them and tune in every Friday for real estate advice, financial advice, how to build wealth. And I'm actually going to have Shmi on a pod named Kickback over the next month or so. We'll figure out the exact date. And we'll be talking about building generational wealth and sticking to goals, using discipline, and being extreme ownership when you own everything in your life and nothing is per chance. You'll definitely be doing that. Shout out to me.
That's what's up.
Little bro, but big bro. My little big bro. And then we have, okay, so are we done with academics?
Yeah, we've been done with.
Yeah, basically.
But shout out to the historians though, man, and building it up a certain way. Because yeah.
All right, so we're gonna get into our Netflix and chill segment.
Netflix and chill. What does that even mean?
Well, what it means is, what are you watching? What's good to watch, and what do we think you should be watching? So, what I'm watching the most right now was Kanan, the Power series, Raising Kanan. I'm loving it. They didn't have an episode last night, so I think they're on break or whatever. And I also know that 50 said that he's out of his Stars deal. So I think this will be the last series from the Power universe that will appear on Netflix. Oh, not Netflix, Stars.
Okay.
Somewhere else, I would assume. But they did not have an episode today. I used to watch at midnight. It wasn't available. But Raising Kanan is really good and it's getting really good. Omar F. stars in it. The young lady that plays Kanan's mother, she's amazing. The dude that plays Kanan, he has his 50 Cent mannerisms.
Yeah.
So he looks like a young 50.
He got him down. That's good.
Yeah, he doing a good job, man. Sometimes I'm watching, I'm like, that was some 50 shit. That was a 50 face, nigga. Like, you killing this shit. And I really enjoy the show. It's one of my favorites out of the Power universe. It was the one that I was looking the most forward to, but it wasn't what I thought it was going to be. I thought it was going to be Kanan, Tommy, and Ghost as kids.
Yeah.
This is before he meets Tommy and Ghost. And I don't know if they're going to go, if they went into where he meets Tommy and Ghost, it'd be the damn best show ever. They got to go into that. That has to happen before I can give it that level of credence. But it's really good. It's really good. I'm watching that. Have you seen any of those episodes?
Nah, I ain't seen none of that shit.
You should check it out. It's good, man. It's good.
I ain't seen none of them though.
And it's based in the 80s. So it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's some good shit. It's some good shit. She-Hulk. I watch damn near everything Marvel makes. She-Hulk is a little different. It's a little more comedic, but it's good. Like, I like it. Like, I watch it every week. I'm not skipping an episode. And I'm not going to get on here and sing his praises like it's the best show ever. But I'm going to tell you, I'm watching every fucking episode. I like it.
That's what's up.
But something that I enjoy probably more than both of those is Legacy. and that is the Lakers documentary. Their answer to what was it called? Winning Time.
Yeah.
Series or HBO series. It's a documentary where they're interviewing.
So you did the same. Okay.
Shaq. His footage of Kobe. It's Genie Bus. It's all the Bus kids. It's Mitch Kupchak, who's the general manager. It's Jerry West. It's Robert Horry. It's Nick Van Exel. And they're breaking down the entire history of the Lakers. But they're doing it with people from that time period. Kurt Rambis.
Yeah, people that was in it. Okay.
James Worthy, Derek Fisher. And right now they're in the middle of the Kobe Shaq era. Every Monday. So last Monday's episode was the middle of the Kobe Shaq era, and Shaq is about to be traded. And then I'm assuming what's next is the Kobe Pau Gasol era.
Yeah.
But it's good, man. It's really, really good. Of course, this documentary series, a new episode drops every Monday on Hulu. And this was when they found out the Winning Time show was coming, they didn't agree. Everybody didn't agree with that.
Okay.
So they kind of get behind something else so they could tell their own story.
Okay.
I like it. I love Winning Time.
Yeah.
They say it wasn't totally accurate. They didn't like how they would depict it. I fucking loved it. Like, I watch Winning Time. Like, I might rewatch it this week. It's that.
It's like that.
Dog. It's probably my favorite show of the year. I'm just hurt that I'm like, everything isn't accurate. Like, because.
Yeah, it's like now, like, man, it don't even feel right now.
Exactly. But
I thought I was the only one.
Right.
Did she tell you that?
I thought it was me that made that girl go so wild. I thought it was me. That's BBD. That's before your time, J Lew. You don't know nothing about BBD.
Hey man, I know a little bit. I know the backside, the back. You know what I'm saying? The end of the era.
Right. What you watching, young?
I'm gonna be honest. The only thing I got to watch right now for real is sports or kids YouTube movies with my daughter.
Okay. Did you do the Little Mermaid thing? When you saw the Little Mermaid and she black?
Nah, but when I saw that it ain't coming out since so long, I'm gonna be honest, with my daughter. I know certain things I can't bring up. Exactly. And then you gotta hear that every single day. So I'm like, nah, I'm chilling.
Are we there yet?
I'm chilling till the day before it come out. And I'm like, hey, we going to see this tomorrow.
Boom. I hear that.
Yeah. I'm not doing that. I'm like, y'all tripping. I don't know what kind of child. I don't care what it don't come out till like May.
Next year?
Yeah. I'm pretty sure they said. I'm pretty sure when I Googled it said May. Yeah.
Damn. I'm thinking like November, December, some shit.
I don't know, maybe unless I looked at it wrong.
I don't know. I didn't see that nowhere. I was just guessing.
I'm gonna look at it again, but I could have sworn when I looked at it, I'm like, hold up, it ain't coming out to this one because I looked at the movies and said we was gonna go to the movies, and I'm like, oh, it ain't in there. So I think it's a nice little minute away.
Okay. Well, Mel isn't here today because she is a sous chef.
Let's do it.
And we've finally been cleared to announce that.
You sure?
No, I'm not sure. But she put it on Facebook. So.
Oh, okay. Oh, yeah, we're good then.
Yeah, she put it on social media. So I'm like, we good. And so she will be doing what?
I'm gonna pull up next week and get some of that fried chicken.
Let me know what day you going. I'll meet you up there.
All right, bet.
I'm probably going to get in the fried chicken and the pasta. That jerk chicken pasta, good as shit.
But I ain't the jerk chicken pasta ain't on the menu though, is it?
Oh, it was a one time.
Yeah, that was a one time joke. It was good though.
You gotta just make me a pie. Well, I talk to him. Get some of Mama's fried chicken. So leading into actually, that was a good segue. So Mel will be here on spot dates. J Lew will be here pretty much every other week, and I'm going to be bringing in guest co-hosts. Sometimes it'll be people you've heard of. Sometimes it'll be people that have been a part of the podcast, past and present. And sometimes it'll be you. Yep, you watching this right now. It could be you. So we'll get into that. Things are changing starting in October. We'll talk about it next week or week after next because we're off next week. Yes, we're off. Don't kill us. We're off. We'll see you. We'll see you. October 5th and 6th. But I think Mel's new segment or Mel's favorite segment. I hate that YouTube makes me do this. This or that. A little bit different this week. We're gonna breeze through a couple different options. And then and J Lew just mentioned that his daughter, he's trying to get her to go to, he wants to take her to see the Little Mermaid. She's also co-hosting today. So everybody relax. She's out there. So you hear in the background, she's doing her job, dang it. So this is that. All right, J Lew, this is that. Ass or titties? Straight to the point.
Both.
You gotta choose one.
You know what it is? I tend to end up with titties, but I think I'm more of an ass man. It's weird though. I don't know why.
I'm definitely an ass man. There are times when I do wind up with more titties than ass. Yeah. But I am an ass man. Like, I appreciate titties. I really do. But I'm, without a doubt, I know what get me going. I know what piques me. I might take a fat ass. Growing up, I was face. She's got to be pretty.
Face card.
If she's pretty. As I'm older, I want the ass, man.
That's your go-to.
That's my go-to. That's what I've dealt with women that weren't the prettiest.
It's a hell of a way of saying it.
I'm trying to be politically correct.
Good job. I'm proud of you, man. Good job, man. You about to get cancer. I'm glad.
God damn it. Hey, Jerome, edit this part out. Jerome, edit this shit. Jerome, edit this out. I ain't got no Jerome. It's gonna be there. But yeah, I'm definitely an ass man. Let me see. A natural hairstyle or weave. What do you prefer?
I'm honest, I really don't care. If it look good, it look good. Like I don't, I'm not one of those guys that, you know what I'm saying, like power to the people, it gotta be natural, or you know what I'm saying? Like look, whatever works for you.
That is,
I don't really care. I don't know why.
I got a new drop just for that.
Somehow that is correct.
Somehow that is correct.
Certain things I don't think dudes should be worried about. I'm gonna be honest, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? Like it kind of gives me Akademics vibes if you're telling me, like, no, you need to wear your hair this way. Kind of give me academic vibes.
Yeah. Like with me, I don't when I was younger on my pro-black shit, I preferred the natural. When I got older, some fly shit, I prefer like the weave or something like that. I kind of just don't care now.
Yeah,
as long as it's done and
exactly,
just do your hair. But if I had to choose, I probably would choose natural if I had to.
Okay.
I don't really feel the need to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, if it's done, it's done, and I can tell you care about what you put out there, I'm okay with it.
Yeah, and I love like the afros and the.
But you gotta be able to wear that to me though. Like certain stuff, to me, certain stuff you gotta know your face shape. Like I mean, like I'm not a cat. Like certain hats I can't wear. It's just not gonna fit me. You know what I'm saying? I think as a woman, you gotta know. Like, look, man, certain hairdos just not gonna fit me. It's gonna be 1,000 that do. Don't go to the 2-3 Jones that you know don't.
Mm-hmm. I feel you 100% on that. Oh, this is a good one. Great head with average box, or great box with average head. This or that.
Yeah. I guess great box. I figure the head could be, you know what I'm saying? There's room for improvement. Like you can
improvement on everything.
Not necessarily. I mean, like some things that some things you just born with.
Damn. Okay, I think you just changed my mind.
I'm like, look, you know, you didn't have like 72 partners, and you know, maybe it might not ever gonna be the same. I'm like, look,
yeah,
that's one thing, but you know what I'm saying? You can. I try to go with the thing that I feel like can be learned.
You know what? My answer was totally opposite, but you just changed my mind. So yeah, I think I would go with the great box, because fucking is the sport. Fucking is the activity. Fucking is what we do when we do what we do. Head is just my selfish pleasure. So if when we're pleasing each other, it's amazing. I think you just changed my mind. I would take that over like what you do to me being amazing. I think that would be selfish, and I've never been a selfish lover. So I think that amazing box. Yeah, I would rather have that, and I'll deal with average head. I don't like average head. I don't.
Yeah, it do make you mad though. I mean, like like certain things can piss you off though.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm thinking like I'm thinking long term too though.
Yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah, because long term, I'm like, look, it can't get worse.
Right.
When you hit your floor, that is your floor. It's only up from here.
And like you said, you can teach technique. You can't teach wetness. You can't teach grip. You can't teach rugae, which is the texture of vagina. I can't teach you to have better texture. Your vagina is your vagina. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. Damn, you totally changed my mind on that. I was ready to go in on my side.
Like I had my whole thing worked up.
Right. No, you right on that one. I gotta get that to you. A talker or a moaner? Our final this or that is a talker versus a moaner.
Damn,
Jason, I'm like a pirate, always in search of good booty.
Man, I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe Mona.
Yeah,
I think I'd be the talker. You know what I'm saying? Like one of us got to do one, the other person do the other. So I'm like, look, I ain't about to moan, so I'm gonna have to be the talker.
Like the most the shit get from me is a Rick Ross grunt. Oh. That's all you can get out of me.
Hey, you get a damn.
I agree with you because I had a narrator, and Shorty was bad, fat ass like I like, pretty face, pussy box, the box or the what we say, the box or the mouth, both were straight. But she would narrate our experiences like, oh, you fucking the shit out of me. Oh, you put my leg up. Oh, now you're choking me. Oh, you're pulling my hair. Bitch, are you Stan Lee?
Shut the fuck up.
Comic book. Like, what the fuck? Morgan Freeman? Why are you narrating James Earl Jones?
I had to stop. Hey, chill out, man. This is weird. This shit is weird.
Yeah, one time I got so mad, I was like, and I just started choking her, like, shut the fuck up. Like, and of course, women will order choking her in a consensual way.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my God.
I gotta make that known. But I didn't want to hear her talk no more. And I was just like, because I knew she was gonna do it because she's done it in the past. So that night when we was fucking, I was like, this bitch gonna start talking. I knew it.
When you know it's coming, it just put you in a bad mood though. Cause it ain't even at that point, it ain't at its optimal level. Because at that point, you say it ain't natural. It's like, look, I'm thinking this coming. It's like, oh my God. You know what I'm saying? Like, look.
Oh, you about to get mad because I'm talking. You about to get mad at me narrating.
Yeah, that messed the whole thing up. Fuck. Cause I gotta be in the mood with certain stuff. If not, it's just gonna be average.
Yeah. Factory. Okay, that was this or that. I think we made it through that. Musically, I want to make sure that we do give a round of applause to Swiss Beats and Timberland for working out their deal with Triller. I know they were threatening to sue, and they wound up working it out before it had to go through litigation. And they were given more money, of course, the money they were owed, and they were given more stake in the company. And everybody seems to be very happy. Triller was said they were very happy at the outcome. Swiss and Tim were very happy at the outcome, and we should be getting more verses. So another round of applause. Versus is coming back, baby. I love Versus. I truly enjoy it, and I love it, and I feel really good that it's coming back.
On the way.
Yeah, man. Anything you want to add to that, J. Lew?
I would say I'm glad that they getting back involved with it because I feel like it's theirs. You know, sometimes, because I understand the selling the business is sometimes a good thing. But I think that business is, I don't hear that and not hear Swiss and Timberland. So I'm glad they more involved, and they're gonna be more involved going forward. They their shares has gotten higher since the other money didn't come through. So I think it's a win-win for everybody involved. So I'm okay with it.
Definitely. Glorilla put out a song tomorrow, a month or so ago, and she just released the remix with Cardi B. Shout out to Barty gang. I'm a fan. And Barty went off. Like, her verse, she was like, both of y'all some bitches. I think y'all should scissor. I'm like, oh shit. Like, Barty just went totally off in her verse. I definitely enjoyed it. So it's called
Yeah, I definitely enjoyed it.
I did, young, because I love when motherfuckers be spitting. I don't know if she voted or party voted for or whatever, but she was spitting. It was bars. And Barty, when she get in her bag, whether she does it by herself or with help, when she gets in her bag, she a monster, man. Shout out to Barty and Glorilla. The Baby, I wanted to ask you about this shit, J. Lew. The Baby was one of my favorite artists when he was underground, when I was the only nigga that knew about him. And then as he started blowing up, he started tapering off from how I felt. Until, and I hate to say this, but until the unfortunate passing of his father, and he became more heartfelt, I really loved that period. But even since that period, he just hasn't been my guy. And that was my guy. Like he was my guy, like T.I. was my guy. He was my guy, like Tupac was my guy. Like, he was my guy. But he just kept falling off, and I kept being disinterested with little stuff he was doing and saying. And his new album dropped, and he has a song called Boogeyman, where he says, the day before she said Toy shot her, I was fucking on Megan Thee Stallion. I fucked her the day before that too. I just was waiting to tell y'all on my album, basically. Like, I was waiting to say it on my album. I didn't say it back then. I was keeping it G and waiting until my album dropped. To me, that says two things. One, if you was keeping it G, then you keep it G forever. You don't keep it G for a period. And two, you're saying all this shit for publicity. You're telling everybody you fuck Megan Thee Stallion because you think it's going to help your sales. And I know he's struggling right now. I know a lot of his shows are getting canceled. He hasn't quite recovered from the whole Y'all sucking dick in the parking lot, disrespectful shit to homosexuals.
Yeah.
It just ain't the cloth I'm cut from. And I know I'm older than the baby, and I'm the man, but it's just like, that's just weirdo shit. Like, I can't imagine being in a song talking about, I'll fuck so-and-so. I hate the game when he do it. It's corny. The baby doing it, it's just corny. Like, I'm not.
Yeah.
Why am I telling everybody who I fuck? Like I don't know, J Lew.
Yeah, I'm kind of with you. Like, when, like I said, I see two sides of it. My thought process is how you thinking about it. I do feel like, a lot of women, they sell books from, the dudes they slept with. So from an equality standpoint, I gotta accept that a dude can do the same thing. To me, I never thought he was as lyrical as people said he was. I thought he kind of came in the game with gimmicks. And what he kind of some of the stuff he put out, the stuff he did with his child's mother, that little, that little thing, I think hurt him. Obviously, with the LGBT community, that situation hurt him. But I just think, I think a lot of. I'm coming. I think a lot of stuff he did was unnecessary. So I can't get to a level where I respect it. So that's why, I kind of let it go.
Yeah, I agree. It's just weird. It's just weird or shit. Like, we just was raised by different niggas. You know what I'm saying? And the irony in this is, me and J Lew were 10 years apart in age, but we were raised by the same crew. So we came up with the same values. And that ain't one of our values. And that ain't something that we.
You think he done?
I'll tell you tomorrow, because we want to see what this album does. If he talking about Meg boosted his numbers,
maybe
about it didn't help at all.
Yeah, because you know what? I think, unfortunately, like from him, I think the tough guy image. And I'm not. I feel like he, what I'm saying, he maybe he's a tough guy, but sometimes what you portray, I think, has a negative effect on you. And obviously, he had that along with the issues with Dirk and the young boy guys. You know what I'm saying? So it was just so much issues that he had that I think it's gonna be hard for him to come back.
Yeah, Big Daddy Kane said this in the late 90s. Proving I'm a gangster will only bring me trouble, but proving I'm a good lover, and then the sound effect was him putting the zipper down. Bring me some pussy, basically what he's saying. That's one of my songs. I use that in a verse of mine. And I think that that's what he's facing. Because
it was just like, to me, it seemed unnecessary. Like, I'm like, you know what I'm saying? I'm cut from a different cloth. You know what I'm saying? It's different. We value stuff different. So I'm not the type of guy that would do it. But so, you know what I'm saying? So maybe, so I try to check myself in the fact that maybe I'm biased. It's just that it just feeds off public. I need attention. And I think that's not when a man screams, I need attention, I think it never works though. When a guy screams, I need attention.
Never.
Unless you Kanye or something like that.
The only little bit of bail I can shoot him, and it's a little bit, is that Megan's boyfriend went at him. And he said at the end of the line, and this fuck nigga, this pretty boy nigga trying to come at me, and I was fucking this girl. Like, so I think that maybe in his mind, maybe he's like, I just told you I fucked your girl, and you was coming at me all sideways. Like, maybe he's getting at him and taking a shot at him to be like, oh, you want to fight me over this girl? I was fucking her, nigga.
Yeah.
Like, maybe that's the only bail I can shoot him, because it's such a corny thing to do. So that's the only thing I can be like, well, maybe,
okay.
That's all I got. Everything else is corny.
Yeah. Like I say, I mean, yeah, that shit, it just seemed unnecessary unless it works. So, like I said, it all seemed unnecessary unless it worked. So, if it worked for him, cool. But I'm gonna be honest, like it would make me less likely to if that being a song that he's leading with would make me less likely want to listen to his album versus the opposite. Like I think if he would have came out with some stuff that was fire, my eye, he's spitting. Because all this album, like I might find one or two jumps that I really, that I really like on it, but it ain't nothing that I like. I go back to, and I think I was talking about people. I'm like, it ain't nothing like he got quotables, or I'm going back. Like, man, I gotta listen to this song again. It's like 2 or 3 jumps that I really like, and those things that I like is the ones that like when he's speaking about his father or his brother and stuff like that. When it's legit, right? It ain't about let me boast, brag, or say something that I'm like, look, you screaming about somebody you hit that 10 other niggas hitting, or that another nigga just hit. They have them like you don't get. We all hitting. You know what I'm saying? Y'all all hitting the same jump, so it's like.
You gave it excuse for that. You know
and I'm like, she screaming, she getting hit by niggas. So I'm like, look, it ain't no difference. You know what I'm saying? Like you know what I'm saying? Like, I don't think you getting credit for the party dude by saying I hit your girl unless you was hitting her while he was with her. Like,
right.
You know what I'm saying? I don't think, So it's a little weird, but we're gonna see tomorrow. You'll see tomorrow when the numbers come out, I guess.
We'll figure that shit out then. Ice Spice. I just want to shout out Ice Spice. Female rapper in New York, drill rapper. She's the one that said, you thought I was feeling you? That nigga a munch. He an eater. He ate it for lunch. Whatever the fuck she say. But she basically clowning niggas for just being head hoes, is what we used to call them. You go and you just give head and then go home. I know a lot of women like that. I know women who say there's a lot of men like that.
Yeah.
I could never be a head hoe. And I'm like, I've said it a million times. Like, I eat the best pussy like in North America. Like, you got to go to Alaska to find somebody better. But I
you said you doing the best.
Yeah, I would never be a head hoe. I would never be a munch. You call me up to come eat your pussy, then I go home and play PlayStation. Bitch, are you crazy?
So the thing is, and it's not surprising to me that it's dudes that do it, because like I said, it got academic vibes to me.
I'm gonna agree with you. I know like
that, like when you hit niggas like, man, I murder you, I drink your bad. You know what I'm saying? When you say certain stuff like that, I kind of feel like you would do that too. To me, it don't make sense to me. Like to me, it go together. So I'm trying to figure out why I can do one. You know what I'm saying? Why I would ever do one and not the other is like baffling to me. Yeah, it's like baffling.
Same. And I don't understand why if I'm around a woman in a sexual situation, I don't understand why my dick is in her mouth. Like what happened that my dick is not in your mouth? That's why.
You know what? I figured it out. As we was talking, I figured out. Some of these niggas, they shit don't work. If they shit don't work, that's all they can do. If you ever hear a chick like, yeah, that's all he did, I'm like, yeah, that's because his jump don't work. So like to him, that is what it is. That's the only thing that I can see.
Yeah, or they playing him. He's so happy. Because I know a dude that told a girl trying to fuck her, and she was like, no. Well, just let me eat it then. Nigga really said that. Like, that's his consolation prize. Like,
he's like, let me just do something.
Eat it. Like, what the fuck, bitch ass nigga. But that's that. As we wrap up, we're gonna do our quick sports segment. We gotta do sports at least a little bit. Mel ain't here. That was sports music, I guess. Sarver is to sell the Phoenix Suns and the Phoenix Mercury, J. Lew. The press that got to him because of his racist statements, his use of the N-word, even in conversation, repeating what someone else may have said, his sexual, I guess we'll deem it as assault on employees and pulling down employees' pants in front of other female employees. Him doing all of those things, and Cash App saying, "Hey, dog, we out. If you don't give it to this nigga, we gone." He caves to the pressure, and he is going to be selling the team. I'm elated by it. He doesn't deserve to own a team. He needs to get the fuck on. It's crazy. He's still gonna make a couple $1 billion, so he's not gonna be. Well, his cut won't be that much, but the team will sell for $1 billion or $2 billion. And he'll get rich. He'll get richer. It'll be a good look for him financially. I'm not happy about that, but he just needs to fucking go. He need to go.
Yeah, I'm and like you said, we had a good conversation on it last week. I honestly think he's leaving off of arrogance. Like even in his statement, it wasn't any really like contrition. You know what I'm saying? Too much contrition. He's like, look, this world is not. You know what I'm saying? They're not forgiving. He basically look all the positive stuff I did, and nobody forgive me or you know what I'm saying, or give me cut me any slack for this type junk. So like you can tell he's pissed off about doing it. So I guess there's it is what it is. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't really care that he, you know what I'm saying, if he quitting or not. I did care with the Sterling thing because I thought he talked down to black people in that situation. Obviously, a little bit different than this one. Yeah. But I do like with the NBA, looking bad matters in the NBA. You know what I'm saying? So the players have a much bigger voice. Obviously, it's a lot less play. It's a lot easier for them for that to happen in say the NFL. But I do like that. Hey, the fact that you look bad matters to them. So he'll come off very well. I think he just pissed it. Like y'all had the audacity to suspend me a whole year for this. He clearly don't think he did nothing that wrong. He probably thought like, all right, I get a crazy fine. Maybe I get suspended for a little bit. I ain't gonna lie. He did not think he's gonna get suspended a year. So I can guarantee you he's pissed.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like, fuck it, I'm gonna go get my money.
And I'm gonna go. I don't know what he's gonna do, but I'm gonna go.
I don't even want to be around y'all no more.
Exactly. Fucking niggas. What's this training camp? I told you earlier before we even went live that I've been on my Wizards nerd shit. I've been watching all the interviews, all the video footage, and I do really feel like the Wizards are going to be a playoff team and can make some noise. We have, I think, the best player in the NBA over 7'2". I don't know if that, how much that means, but to me, to have a 7'3" center with a beard that has been doing weight training on his lower body so he can stay healthy, can shoot the three, block a shot, shoot the mid-range, and pass, that's something that you don't get every day. Bradley Beal coming back in peak form after wrist surgery, a 30-point score, that's something you don't get every day. Kyle Kuzma was 6'10.5". He was 6'9" last year. He is now 6'10".
Yeah, I saw that. Ooh. He's like, I'm growing. I said, what?
right. Having him be our power forward and clutch. The most clutch player I think that's on the Wizards is Kyle Kuzma. Fourth quarter, 5 seconds left, game on the line. He's making that shot every goddamn time. I believe in him. He gets to play basketball with his best friend from childhood, Monte Morris, is now our starting point guard. There's pictures of them in 4th grade, side by side.
Hey, playing with your boy is different, though.
It's different. Really. And DeLon Wright, our backup point guard, he was Kyle Kuzma's idol in high school and college. So he get to play with his best, his homie / idol. And then you got Denny improving. You got Rui. We all know I'm a Denny guy. You a Rui guy. But the way they talking about Rui,
so and Denny, but I didn't see Denny work or putting in work too. I'm like, look, I'm anxious to see. I'm anxious to see how they've been looking though. Because I think, like I said, I think Rui can be. You know how my ceiling is on Rui.
Yeah,
I think he could be the one. I see Kawhi in him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So
I see the potential
That's what I mean. And that's what I'm saying. Kawhi
potential.
You say what?
So, I've seen the potential. I just haven't seen the actualization. Like I see, like, but it never. I don't have any confidence in it.
And is this his third or fourth? Fourth year. Okay, but unfortunately, yeah. Oh no. Oh yeah. You know they go nuts. Contract year. But and the biggest issue with him with the third, you know what I'm saying, like he had incompetent coaching his first couple years, which slacked development. That COVID year really messed everybody up. His you know what I'm saying, then he had another year where he didn't come back because of the, you know what I'm saying, mental issues.
The most recent season.
Yeah, so you know what I'm saying. So like that's why I feel like, look, this is gonna be within these next 2 years is gonna show you who he can be.
And everybody speaks highly. Brad, Kuz, Porzingis, the whole team is like young. Wooey is a
because can't nobody check him. He can check every position. You know what I'm saying, where it matters. Obviously not center, but he can check. To me, he can check 1 through 4 competently, and he can get a bucket on 1 through 4.
We're gonna see. I've not been of the mindset he could guard 3, which is why I've been against him starting at the 3 and went for Rui or for Will Barton. But if Rui can guard the 3 and shoot the way he shot last fucking year, he is our 3. Like, he is our 3.
If that happens, do you understand how deep we are? If that happens, I mean, we got a point. We got 4 guys that can get you. We got 4 other guys that can get you a bucket. I mean, there's no way we're gonna have any lineup where you don't have 3 guys that can literally go get you a bucket.
If Rui starts and Will Barton goes to the miss, then that means at least 4 guys in every line.
But training camp gonna be crazy though, because the competition is gonna be nuts.
They said when they was playing in LA, they were doing weirdo lineups. So they had lineups where Brad was playing the 3, and then they had lineups, short lineups where Brad was playing the 3, but they had tall lineups where Kuz was playing the 2.
Yeah, and Brad at the point.
Yeah,
that's what I told. That's the only way that they can get in there, Brad. Because remember that stretch that Brad played the point.
He averaged 6.6 assists last year.
I'm saying, but that stretch in which he strictly was the point, it was more than that.
Yeah,
he was damn near at a triple double.
Yeah, he one game he had like 18 assists or something crazy.
Yeah, it was like something crazy because at the top of the screen, like when he get that screen at the top, like, look, what y'all gonna do?
Because he can shoot.
Yeah. So you can't drop down on it. You can't sit. Right.
Yeah, I think we're gonna be good this year, man. Last year I went crazy. Like, we went 50 games. And we will have Ed Too Flat from the Locked On Wizards podcast on this podcast to do the season preview, whatever the fuck. And that'll be in October before the season starts. That'll come out. That episode will come out the day the season starts. And I'm very grateful to have him agree to do the podcast. We be on Twitter talking shit all the time. Shout out to Ed, shout out to Damo, shout out to Matt Moderna, shout out to Chase Hughes. I appreciate you guys inviting me into the Wizards Sports Network because, I wasn't a part of it. But they definitely, you in here. So I appreciate you guys. Follow me on Twitter and every other social media site at No Breaks Nu. J Lew, what's your interwebs address?
JWL Insurance.
JWL Insurance. And the podcast, of course, is at A Pod Named Kickback. Before we get out of here, anything about your Steelers?
We took an L. Hopefully we get in we're gonna see if we're gonna play our rookie, you know what I'm saying, soon. So we'll see.
Who y'all lose to?
Cleveland. Yeah, we lost to Cleveland on Thursday.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. We lost. Our offense have nothing. And then TJ Watt out, so that's killing us.
And I don't like Trubisky at all. I just couldn't. I couldn't get why he's there. Like I think I do better with Kaepernick.
Oh no, our rookie gonna take over. If he keep playing like this, our rookie will take over about week 8.
You like your rookie?
I don't know. I mean, look, I don't count what I see in preseason. He played solid in preseason, but I'm gonna be honest, I don't count it until I see you in real action. But they speak very highly of him, and I honestly thought in preseason he was a better quarterback.
Okay.
But I understood them going with a veteran, kind of to start it out. But in preseason, he was a better quarterback. But sometimes he playing against 2s and 3s too. So
yeah. As far as my Cowboys, this is a big game for us, especially with Cooper Rush leading the charge, going against the 2-0 midgets, the New York midgets. So
I think Micah Parsons might have 17 sacks tomorrow.
Yeah, he's gonna get after Daniel Jones. Danny Dimes gonna be.
Now you heard what LT said. You heard Lawrence Teller. Lawrence Teller said,
I want to.
He's gonna be there. I want to see if he him. I'm like, hey man, that's ain't gonna lie. If the Giants smart, I double chip Parsons. I do whatever we need to. You not beating us today because Parsons gonna be ready.
He gonna be ready. And Cooper Rush, he played well. Like he didn't play great, but he played good enough. And
he's serviceable.
That final drive, he got it and we got the field goal. I think that we should be able to beat the Giants, and then next week go and beat the Commanders. And then I think we got the Rams and then the Eagles. So we on the NFC East tour.
Okay.
While Dak is recuperating, I'm happy with this schedule. We should be able to take advantage of it. So I'm just kind of like tomorrow night I'm gonna watch the game, or tonight, y'all listening on Monday, watch the game and kind of see how it goes. I'm mad we're not playing tonight. I'm not mad, but I really do. I just want to watch my team. But watching it tomorrow night, no other game on. I'm definitely looking forward to that, and I'm gonna have fun with it. The Dolphins beat the Bills. That blew my mind. I thought it would be competitive, but I didn't think they would win. And they won on defense and on offense. The Dolphins, it wasn't a big discrepancy in score, but they beat the Bills. They didn't get lucky. They didn't score, and then they didn't have time to score, and they beat them.
They the bet, yeah. They legit, man.
My attention.
I think they definitely caught my attention. I think Jacksonville, you can see them turning around. Like the type, I think they got the right coach. They got the Eagles' old coach when they won the Super Bowl. So I think they actually got a competent coach. So that I think they solid. We're gonna see tonight. I think Denver play tonight. We're gonna see if they for real or if Russ is done. I think we about to see.
Yeah, we about to find out. You see the Packers beat Brady in the Bucks.
Yeah, Brady and them had a lot of people out though.
So the Packers ain't got Devontae Smith no more.
Devontae Adams, yeah.
Devontae Adams.
I mean, but he ain't coming back. Like Brady and them, like Mike Evans got suspended. That was a bogus suspension. Mike Evans, their best receiver, so he out.
Yeah,
and, I think they missing a couple linemen.
Yeah. 14-12 was a low scoring ass game. I don't know that I believe in either of those teams. I think the Bucks defense is really good. Their offense, it might take for everybody to come back, and then at some point they'll hit their groove. Maybe week 8, 9, 10, they'll start hitting their groove. But they're not a top flight team to me. But their defense definitely is. The Packers the same way. I watched the Packers get packed up. They happened to beat the Bucks today, but I don't watch Aaron Rodgers look very pedestrian this year. So I don't know really how to call it. But those are two NFC teams that don't scare me and don't scare my Cowboys. Now, on the Chiefs lost today to the Colts. So as a Steelers fan, seeing the Chiefs lose, seeing the Ravens struggle but still come out with a victory, And of course, y'all played Cleveland, so that's in your division, so you see them. How do you feel about you guys' chances? Will the Steelers make the playoffs?
I don't think you could ever count us out. I feel like we're gonna be an average team. It depends. To me, it depends on what it takes to get that final wild card spot.
Yeah.
Because you know what I'm saying, like, I don't think we finished. You know what I'm saying, like we got good coaching, so I think at the very least we get the 8-9 wins on the low end. I think it just depends on what that second wild card spot gonna be.
Okay.
If we gotta get 11, I'm not confident. If we can do 9 or 10 and get in, I think we can get in.
Yeah, I think the Cowboys can make the playoffs if Dak comes back in the next 2 to 4 weeks. If he's out longer than that, I don't know. The next 2 to 4 weeks, and Cooper Rush can, because we're playing the Giants, the Commanders, the Rams, and the Eagles. We got
so it's doable.
Rams and Eagles. If we're gonna do anything, we got to beat them. And the Rams are, of course, they're the defending champions, so that will be a struggle. But our division games, if we handle business in the division, even if it's only we win, 2 of the 3 games, I think that we're still in prime position. Tomorrow night's gonna tell me a lot. Monday Night Football, us playing the Giants, we win that game, it's gonna tell me everything I need to know. I do believe. But I do want to thank y'all for tuning in. We're taking next week off, so you're getting this episode on Monday, and there will not be another episode next Monday. We're switching to Thursdays. We'll do the live on Wednesday. The episode will drop on Thursday. So you'll have about a 10, 11-day break from us. I might shoot you a little bit of content just to hold you over, but it's about to be about a week and a half break, and then we're switching it up because I want my Sundays back. I want to watch football. I want to talk to y'all. Not on Sunday. I might be in the Bahamas on Sunday or DC or somewhere. I want to talk to y'all. But new day and time, live will be Wednesdays. The episode will drop on the streaming platforms on Thursday. And I have 25 guests lined up for the remainder of the year. We only have like 13 episodes. So
you're going to double up.
Yeah, we're gonna double up.
Or do 2 a week for a little bit.
Exactly. So it used to be a very interesting end to the year. The new format of the podcast. You will see J Lew. He will be here. Mel will be here. We're gonna have a lot of new faces as well, and we're gonna try to bring you the best content we could bring you. The queen has spoken. She said, "You're done."
She said, "I gotta go." She said, "I gotta go."
You gotta go. All right, so we can get up out of here, J Lew. Appreciate you, my G.
Hey, appreciate you, man. Hey, have a good week, man.
Yeah, you do the same thing. We gotta get on our shit. So this week we on it.
Oh, you already know. You finish strong.
As salesmen, we gotta finish strong. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, man, finish strong. We good.
Yes, sir. Enjoy your night, man. We'll get back at y'all next week. J Lew, I'll talk to you tomorrow.
We out.
We out. Uno, we out.